Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Hashem, Rakwakwadah, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, shalom to mighty Akim, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity, as well as a speckled bird. They may look like the other nation, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with no less, and bear with me one moment, and me just get this. Romans 8 verse 16, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Alright, so that's basically the what's the word, the topic, theme, whatever you want to call it, of today's lesson, because I had gotten more comments that just came out of like left field. I don't know why I'm getting so many comments now, but whatever, it's fine. Easier time for me to make videos off of them. But the thing here is that I had done this video, all right, and I don't know, like a long time ago, I don't know, last month it was, oh no, never mind, 2 days ago apparently. But basically I had done this video, and what happened was that I had explained how this dumb broad was saying that black people, or more specifically, not just black people, so-called black people, but the so-called Israel, the so-called black, Hispanics, Native Americans / the Israelites in general. She was telling us Israelites to go and fight for Israel's independence. I don't know. I don't know. I guess she was just saying that we should go over there and die in a conflict that has absolutely nothing to do with us. It's like all she's really just trying to say is go and help these certain group of people, basically go give them their independence by dying for them and stuff like that. When it's like, what the fuck type of dumbass thing are you saying? Like, what do you? I don't know. Anyway, the main thing, getting back on topic, I had done this lesson on this. This wasn't even about that, about specifically who those people were. I had done multiple different lessons on that before, and that's basically what this is kind of going to be about, because it's such a ridiculous thing for anyone to talk about this, because they've already history. Anyone that knows history, they will know that those people are converts. They converted to that. They weren't always like that. I forgot the exact thing because it's been so long, but it was like they first converted. Like that was basically how the story went. They converted, and then through the whole, I think it was I forgot which country it was they were in, but basically, long story short, there was some issues going on where they were not liked in the place that they were in. They were just being hated because they were doing stuff that was just like it was more of a hindrance. They were more of a hindrance being there, and they were not well received as a result of their behavior. All right, so let's continue on. And obviously, I don't think it needs to be said, but I guess I have to say it, that they were not following after the laws, statutes, commandments of YAHAWAH. So that's just completely out the window. But let's read these let's read these comments. Just 3, thankfully. All right. The first person says, well, the Bible don't tell us what to do. Don't tell us. Okay, hold on. By Justin Watley 4809. Well, the Bible don't tell us to do that. It's not our land right now. Retarded ass way of saying right. I don't know why he did that. What's happening over there now is in the scriptures. What? Well, I would love for him to show where in the scriptures. And what? Hold on. Why is this? Why am I getting that? I didn't even put that there. I didn't even do what. Why are these specific people coming here like that? I don't even tag my videos and stuff like that. I just put this basic ass thing. It's so weird how people come over here and do. Anyway, continuing on. So basically, he's saying that this is a part of scriptures. No, that's not the case. And I would love for him to show where in the scriptures that it said that, where it says that the Israelites would receive their land from another nation. When has the Lord ever given the Israelites their land through another nation? With leaving Egypt, YAHAWASHI delivered them. With when the Israelites were in the wilderness, YAHAWASHI helped, or he punished them for being wicked. But the Lord handled all of the fights himself. He didn't say, oh, I'm going to send the Edomites, or I'm going to send the fucking Moabites, I'm going to send the Ishmaelites over to help you guys and this, that, and the third. Why is that now a new thing? Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. All right. And this person just said, is Michael R4S9090 Slovakia. They said Israelites are fraud. It's a pyramid scheme, and I would love to know, Slocky, I would love to see where that money is that this fucking retard is talking about. I'm not getting any money from doing this. All right, even my YouTube is not even monetized. All right, because I can't, objectively I can't. And then let's just like it's just a matter of like there should not be any money, but yes, there are some Israelites that do deal in money, although there is no pyramid scheme and stuff like that. Either they offer goods and services, they actually make businesses, they do that. So and Saki, that's just another thing. This person is just retarded. He's just talking, and that's the thing that I hate about the internet. You always have people that, and I'm not gonna like delete these comments. I always leave most of these comments. If there's ever any comment that gets deleted, it's because YouTube deleted it on its own. So I'm leaving this here, but fuck this guy still. Anyway, the main thing is just that people always just say random stuff as if they're facts when they have no, number one, they have no understanding. And they're intentionally trying to spread false information. All right, that's basically what's going on here, where he just thinks that like I'm just supposed to agree. I'm just supposed to say, oh no, this and that, or talk nicely like that. No, you're actually just stupid for just talking like this out of your ass and thinking that you're gonna get away with this type of stuff. Like you're objectively wrong. And I don't know any, even with the other group camps, Sakari, whom they do deal in money a lot, as far as I know, they don't even do that whole pyramid scheme crap. Which, by the way, a pyramid scheme is like. Let me just show you instead of explaining. I didn't want to do this. I just want to get this just so we're clear. Pyramid scheme is an illegal, so it's basically something that's illegal, by the way. And none of the what's it called are doing stuff illegally. All right, and I'm over here saying this even as I'm not a part of Sakari or whatever other group. Whenever they're dealing with money, I am pretty sure goods or services are definitely exchanged. So this person is talking straight out of his ass and just trying to intentionally spread false information. Now, pyramid scheme is an illegal, fraudulent investment scam where participants make money primarily by recruiting new members rather than selling legitimate products or services. So basically, just a matter of trying to collect people's money, but not actually providing goods and services. Of course, this fucking devil is trying to tie some sort of illegal, illegal association to us. If just for if someone decided that, oh yeah, I want to make a business, or I want to monetize something, in the sense of like, and I want to point out, saying that you're not allowed to monetize this truth. You're not allowed to sell and say, oh, I'll give you, I'll teach you $15 an hour. I'll teach you whatever an hour, or something like that, or something like that. You can't do any of that stuff. That is against the law of YAHAWAH. But monetizing, hey, I'll make you garments, I'll make you this, or tassels and some shit like that. You're allowed to do that. That is okay. That's permissible. All right. But outside of that, you're not allowed to. When it comes to actually teaching this truth, you're not allowed to do that type of stuff. So ain't no pyramid scheme that I know of. I'll say that I know of. And again, while I might not be affiliated with those other camps, I do know that even the camps that I don't personally like IUIC and Sakari, they still are not, as far as I know, again, participating in any illegal activity or pyramid scheme or whatever that stuff. So again, this person is just a dumbass, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. But of course, dumbasses on the internet will always lie and make any type of excuse to attack the truth in general. All right, but continuing on, this is the main comment that I wanted to get into by some retard called Push Office. Push Office? What the fuck is this? Spreading misinformation. Slocky. Anyway, okay, well, let's just read his comment first. At this point, it's easy to prove y'all capping, retard as slang, but anyway, you don't show DNA that matches the ancient Levant. What is this? Levantine. What? We have to show people that pertain. We have to show DNA that matches with the people of basically the Middle Eastern, the Mediterranean strip type thing. Okay, continue on. And Sumerian peoples, but you claim to be their descendants. You have sub-Saharan African features, and y'all all talk like African American. That was actually retarded. That was dumb. This was stupid. Like, this was actually stupid. You're frauds. The most you can be is a convert, not the original. Don't let these cons distract you with mythology. Identify them first, and the whole costume unravels. Okay, so this person is objectively the dictionary definition of retarded, because if we are descendants, and the people that he is referring to is from way back before the transatlantic slave trade, how is us talking like African Americans a point of contention? Like, are you stupid? Anyway, the main thing that I want to get in here, I want to do with this, was to show that objectively, when it comes to proving who those people are, Bible prophecy supersedes all that stuff. On top of that, if you don't believe, let me correct myself. On top of that, who is the one that actually controls and the DNA and says, oh, DNA this, DNA that, oh, this DNA pertains to this and stuff like that? You're trying to use a system, a measurement system that was made by the Edomites, specifically the historically dishonest Edomites, to prove that we are not what we say we are, that we are not what we say we are, and they are who they say who they are. So how is that? you're just dumb. Like, you're just dumb. And I absolutely hate constantly getting stupid ass comments on my. I fucking hate getting these dumbass comments from these stupid ass people on my channel. All right, so let's continue on and let's go into this. So first things first, Micah chapter 4 verse 1. But in the last days shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow onto it, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Basically, let's start with this first. Basically, the thing is that when the Israelites are established in their land, they're going to be at the top. The hierarchy in when the Israelites are in their land, the hierarchy when the Israelites are in the land is going to be them at the number one top, the top order of things, and then all the other nations are basically in subjection, especially with YAHAWASHI being in place. All right, now, Saki, by the way, just to further clarify, hills/mountains, those are governments in this context, meaning that the mountain of YAHAWAH is the government of Israel, which that's clearly not the government of modern day, of current Israel, quote unquote Israel, because they don't fit Bible prophecy. So how are they people? How are they the people if they don't fit the prophecies? Okay, again, like it's like he is saying, it's like, hold on, because it's like saying like this. Let's say a mother, all right, let's say a mother says that I just gave birth to this black kid, a so-called black mother, a so-called white mother, all right, gave birth to a dark-skinned kid, and the mother said, I gave birth to this kid, even though he's darker than me, this is my kid because he came out of me. And then someone else, a third party that has absolutely nothing to do with it, said, no, that kid is not your son. I'm your son because I'm white skinned, or I'm over here living with you. I'm in your vicinity and whatnot and stuff like that. So obviously that means that I'm your son, and that dark skinned kid is not yours, even though that kid came out of you, and you remember you knew that you had to push that damn kid out of it, but you didn't push me out of you. So then it's like, how are you saying what came out of me when I am the one that experienced it and saw and did whatever and stuff like that for this kid, but you're just trying to disqualify that and invalidate what I experienced, what I literally went through, just for you to claim ownership over me as your mother or whatever when you did not come out of me. So it's like that's basically the comparison, the parallel that they're trying to do, where instead of following what the mother, this metaphorical mother, literally established and said, all right, because by the way, of course we know that, say for example, what the fuck is a good example? I actually don't know a perfect example. Let me just get black man with white woman kid, famous examples. Where is I can't think of freaking someone. All right, whatever. Just you get the point, okay? The main thing is that these you are disqualifying what actually happened just to push your own narrative. Now let's continue on in biblical prophecy. Verse 3, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Another prophecy was that when the Israelites are established in their land, that there would not be any more war. So again, how is there war going on? How is there war going on? All right, if the Israelites are actually in their land as per the scriptures or as per whatever, why the fuck is there war? This is literally the opposite. This is going against what scripture had established. So once again, that's wrong. And of course, none of these three brought any scriptures to back it up, because they don't care about what the actual creator YAHAWAH said. They don't care what the scriptures say. They only care about dick riding. That's all they care about. Continuing on, let's go back to Mike. No, that's it. Yeah, that's basically it. So how is it that so many wars are actively going on, being inflated, growing worse, but yet the people are in their land? That's just one thing. The next thing, oh yeah, I talked about this, but I forgot to get this out. Slakia. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 4. For the Lord your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. The YAHAWASHI is going to be the one that's going to go and fight. He didn't send the freaking Edomites to go and fight for the Israelites. He didn't send the Moabites and all that stuff. I said that already, but let me just continue on with this so I can definitively move on to the next thing. I reread this. Joshua chapter 10 verse 11. And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. So YAHAWAH sent giant ass boulders of rocks to kill the enemies of the Israelites. It doesn't get any more definitive than this. When the Lord actively participates in the subjugation of any of the Israelites wars. He fought in the wars and helped them, protected them, destroyed their enemies for them. It literally even says over here, there were more which died with hailstones. Basically, YAHAWAH killed more of the enemies than the Israelites killed of them. Where was I? I wanted to get this. Where is it? Oh yeah, okay, Slakia. So here, Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. The Lord basically said that he's going to put curses on us as a sign for this is who the Israelites are. So how is it that the current people there do not fit the prophecy and do not fit the signs that the Lord said that he would establish and put on them, in order to show that that these are his people? So all of a sudden now, conveniently, quote unquote conveniently, he's making all these signs signify another nation, and on top of that, he's also not keeping all of his promises and all the things that show that these are my people. Next, Matthew chapter 25 verse 30. Let me see. All right, Matthew chapter 25 verse 31. And when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy... Slakia, let me start over. Matthew 25 verse 31. Matthew 25 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. So the Lord Yahawadah had already established that the Israelites would inherit the world, inherit the kingdom, and Yahawashi would be ruling on top. He would return. One of the signs of the end would be that Yahawashi is going to return in order to establish his kingdom. And as of right now, once again, how is it that these people are the people when Yahawashi is not reigning? Yahawashi is not in power, in the seat of power, ruling everything, when all stuff is going on in its wickedness. All right. Next, Isaiah chapter 46 verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. Once again, for anyone for that matter, to deny the things that Yahawadah established, and he said from the beginning, you are dishonest and you're just not a believer, and you don't care. So I don't know, you basically have absolutely no right to be speaking on this topic. If the biblical prophecies are clearly against everything that you're saying, then how are you going to talk? How are you going to get in the conversation when you don't care about anything that the scriptures said and established? All right. So yeah, with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakwakwadash, honor to the elders and apostles of Great Mill, Son of Ball, and Shalom.